Hey guys, it's Katherine Kranenburg. Welcome back to our channel. This is part 2 of a 3-part series of 19 reasons why we think Boston is unbeatable. Last week we shared the first part, and today we're gonna share with you 6 more reasons why Boston is unbeatable. And no, we don't think Boston is the perfect city, but actually we really believe that it comes pretty close. And the reasons we're gonna share today may be a surprise to you. Historic neighborhoods is a draw for people who move and relocate to Boston. Boston is evolving. We definitely see a lot of development. Equally, the historic neighborhoods are a draw for people. If you look at neighborhoods like historic Back Bay with the brownstones, you've got South End where a lot of families, young professionals, individuals tend to choose that area. You've got little parks and squares there, which are super charming. Beacon Hill is probably one of the most oldest districts and most beautiful in terms of cobblestone roads. You've also got Charles Street. We just talked about that. North End, everyone loves, called Little Italy, I guess, for some people. That's one of the oldest residential communities. Like North End, Charlestown is an historic neighborhood that has significant landmarks, USS Constitution and Bunker Hill Monument. You also have Dorchester, which is Boston's largest neighborhood and probably one of the most diverse. That area is really seeing massive growth, especially this year with lots of new development. You also have East Boston, which is called Eastie. If you have flown in and out of Logan, you probably see that as you come in. That is a really charming area. It's kind of disconnected from the rest of Boston through the Boston Harbor. It borders Winthrop, Revere, and the Chelsea Creek. And that is really an area that has thrived and grown over the years. So just imagine living in any of these neighborhoods. You also have neighborhoods outside of Boston, very historic and charming as well. You have Newton, you have Lexington, you have Lincoln. Every town in Massachusetts does have its sort of quaint home feeling. It's got a main street, local shops. It's very local, and that's what a lot of people are drawn to when they think of the historic neighborhoods. A lot of these neighborhoods also have walking tours, so you can check that out in the different locations. You can go to the city's website. There's walking tours. I know that we have them here in Newton, and there's also home tours. So each neighborhood may have a home tour. Beacon Hill is one of the most impressive ones, and you can check that out also on their website. I'm Katherine Kranenburg, Greater Boston Area Real Estate Agent. Actually, our colleagues and I created a relocation guide that can help you save time, energy. We put it all in one resource. You can download the guide. You can hit the QR code. It is a free guide. It's also in the links below. And of course, you can contact us on any of the links below. Boston is a sports lover dream. Don't even get me started. Every state has their sports, but I don't think anyone is as enthusiastic as living in Massachusetts. They are hardcore about every sport. They are super committed to their beloved sports. You have a Patriots football team, you have the Bruins hockey team, you have the Revolution soccer team, you've got the Celtics basketball team, and you have the Red Sox baseball team. All of them raving fans, absolutely raving fans. We went to the Celtics parade. That was amazing. They play at the TD Garden. So you have the Patriots football team, they play at Gillette. You've got Red Sox baseball, they play at Fenway. It is the oldest active baseball stadium in all of the NBL league. You also have the Revolution soccer team, they play at Gillette. You have Bruins, they play at TD Gardens. Celtics basketball plays at TD Gardens. Another big thing is the women's professional soccer team. Mayor Wu of Boston just confirmed that the women's professional soccer will be playing at White Stadium starting this year. Now, if we want to go past these big teams, we also have college sports teams. You've got Boston College, you have Boston University. The sports culture here in Massachusetts brings communities together. If you love tailgating, if you love a really good time, go to any one of these games. I'm sure it'll be entertaining and exciting. Boston has a vibrant nightlife. Now, we're no New York and we're no San Francisco, but it's as diverse as it is as its people are. And when I say diverse, I mean there are tons of options. You have everything from the Envoy rooftop, which is in Seaport, You've got 6 West Broadway. You have Deck 12 at Yodel Hotel. They do a wonderful ski après kind of theme, especially in the winter months. It is heated, so don't worry about that. You also have the impressive Long Bar at Raffles. It's a hotel. It also has a variety of dining options. That area is pretty amazing. Around Boston, I feel like there's a lot that's been popping up lately. You have Yvonne's, you also have Next Door, which is in Eastie Boston. There's also a rooftop guide that you can grab in my relocation guide, so you can find some more information there. As far as like dancing, if you wanna go dancing, you have Mariel Underground, you've got D-Bar Boston in Dorchester, you have Big Night Live, which is connected and right close to TD Garden. That's gonna be closer sort of toward the North End area. They have some wonderful DJs that come there. We absolutely love it. They also have live music there. If you're in South End, Cartel Boston is a favorite place that people like to go to. Very local, but that's a great place to hit. You also have Grand Boston, the Grand. They usually get real big name DJs out there. You also have MGM Fenway. That's right across from historic Back Bay, and that's a really great place for live music. You also have House of Blues, and if you want jazz, there's Beehive in South End as well. Whatever your mood is, Boston has you covered and entertained. Boston is the perfect place for families. And when I speak about Boston, I'm not just thinking about the city, I'm also thinking about its surrounding suburbs and neighborhoods. There's a lot of fun educational activities. You've got Franklin Park Zoo. They usually have winter events as well that has like this big light display. There's also a playground in the Franklin Park Zoo. You have the Children's Museum in the Seaport area. That's super educational. I know when we moved here, our kids really loved going there. If you decide you want to take a city experience excursion out of Boston Harbor, you can jump over to the aquarium. It is probably one of the most favorite places to go with kids. You also have a ton of trails and parks outside Boston. Those are easily accessible. You've got the Blue Hills, you've got Audubon, I think it's near Sharon. So you have lots of parks and trails almost in every town and every suburb outside of Boston, which is really attractive. You can also kayak out of Cambridge. That's a really fun place to pick up a kayak and do that in the summer along the Charles River, along the Esplanade. You also have playgrounds there, really great walking path as well. There's always usually some kind of special event going on. It's called the Hatch, and that's along the Esplanade. There's a plethora of options. I don't think we've even scratched the surface, but one thing you will find, Massachusetts is very family friendly, and a lot of people who move and relocate here appreciate what that offers. You also have the Trustees organization. They do a really great job in preserving a lot of these trails and parks. You can find them at thetrustees.org. There's also museums and that sort of thing outside of the area, and estate parks. You've got Walden Pond, which is a great destination. And if you're thinking of Walden Pond as in the story from Emerson, it's actually true and it does exist. Naming all of these places makes it pretty fantastic to live here, especially when you have the long winter months here in New England. Those are usually about 5 to 6 months of the year. All of these places are also wonderful to visit, whether you're indoors or outdoors. And of course, you have the good old Freedom Trail, which we talked about earlier, which is a great destination for families. So there is so much to do in Boston. There are so many family-friendly things to do in Boston and its surrounding neighborhoods. Another great thing you could do is take Boston Harbor tour. A lot of people love checking out the islands. You can actually island hop. There's 34 islands. The most popular is Spectacle Island. Then you got George's Island, so go and definitely check out one of the Boston Harbor tours. A lot of these places that I mentioned you can find in my relocation guide. You can click on right here. It is a free download, super resourceful, saves you time and energy and lots of hours of research. So we hope you enjoy it. There's also links below where you can click on and get more information and different resources there. Boston's job market is booming, and if you've been on this channel before, you know I mention this probably in almost every video, and that's because it's probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest, in all of the nation. And I say that because people move here from all over the world. People are contacting me here on this channel from countries outside of the United States who are moving and relocating here. They want to come and they want to work for these major companies like Fidelity, Boston Consulting Group, Amazon, Vertex Pharmaceuticals, you've got Deloitte. These are all just a few of the top companies. You have companies all the way into Waltham as well. Biotech is a huge draw for people here. A huge draw is also its universities, top-notch education, Harvard, MIT, to name a few. You also have Bentley and Brandeis University, which are all contributing to the job economy here. Northeastern University has a great co-op program, so you have people who will come here and actually stay, so a huge young professional attraction for top talent out of these universities. So a lot of people stay also because job and family, they really strive for a work-life balance. You also have top healthcare organizations, top hospitals. People come here for that to either work or to go to schools like Tufts University. You have MGH Hospital, Beth Israel, Boston's Children, and you also have Boston Medical Center. All are very top-notch. Boston is very appealing for professions in all stages of their career, and there's definitely no shortage of networking and professional resources available for anyone who's moving and relocating to Massachusetts. Boston has incredible festivals all throughout the year. Obviously, if you're moving here during the warmer months between April and October, there is a plethora of options for festivals. One of the favorite festival in September, late August, is Boston Calling. That's a 3-day festival, very well attended, lots of local talent, live music, live bands. You also have the Boston Wine and Food Festival. That's actually taking place in January through March. You have a lot of different venues. Obviously, you have Winterfest, which is held in January, and that is in Charlestown. That's super convert basically acres into a winter wonderland. That's pretty fun. You've got ice skating there. You have an artisan marketplace as well, different places to eat, that sort of thing. You also have Boston Harbor Fest. This is definitely a favorite if you're moving here or you're visiting in the summer. They do a lot of historical revolution reenactments. It's a great place to celebrate real history and maritime of Boston. You've got Head of the Charles Regatta. Teams from all over the world come here year after year and race in these rowing races. You can watch it along the Charles. They have a huge setup in Arlington, Brighton area, and you can pretty much watch it from almost any spot. And who doesn't love Boston's St. Patrick's Day Parade? I think it's the largest in all of the United States. You can attend that in Southie. That's really fun. Be prepared. There's probably 1 million people that actually attend and go there. I say that with caution and safety, but absolutely, definitely worth visiting. You also have cultural festivals in Chinatown around the lunar celebration as well as the Chinese New Year. I think Boston's Asian community here in Chinatown is probably one of the biggest in the nation. Also, if you're a lover of running, Boston Marathon is no joke, and that's in April, and it's usually held on Patriots Day, which is a recognized holiday here in Massachusetts, which is usually the 3rd Monday. I've seen the Boston Marathon up close and personal. It passes my neighborhood in Newton. It's on Commonwealth Avenue, and it is pretty spectacular and very emotional, so that's definitely something that I recommend if you're moving here. These are just some of the festivals. One that is super famous that people really love is Sienna Farms. It's called Carrot Pulling. It's in November. They sell out really quick, but you can go into those fields, into that farm, and you can pull carrots. They also host a variety of different sort of farm to table dinners, which get booked up really quick as well. Just name a few festivals. If you want to find out more, go to meetboston.com. They have everything you'd want to know about festivals and anything really about Boston. So I hope that was helpful. We just finished part 2. We had part 1 last week. Part 3 is coming next Tuesday, so don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, even the bell. We don't want you to miss out on it. Let us know in the comments below if there is a reason that we shared today that was one of your favorites or something you didn't know about. I'm Katherine Kranenburg, a Greater Boston area real estate agent. We'd love to be your realtor of choice. We spend a lot of time here on this channel. We want to be able to give you videos and resources that are helpful for you. So just keep coming back here. It helps with the algorithms. YouTube loves sharing our content, and we love sharing it with you too. So I hope you found it helpful today. And don't forget, I'll see you next Tuesday for part 3, the final series of 19 Reasons Why Boston is Unbeatable.